approximately 5 months ago, I did a video on Project SH. This was a game that Hoyo were working on that they ultimately ended up shutting down, canceling entirely, taking that financial loss. Players were upset. There was a lot of potential behind this game. There was a lot of excited players behind it. Less than 2 weeks ago though, this thread was made over on Reddit titled "MiHoYo apply for the trademark R project and the logo," I mean, you know, whatever that says, in February. Many players are speculating that this is one of two different things, either an entirely new game with a whole new genre, or whatever remained of Project SH kind of recycled into a new game. Honestly, both seem like great options to me. I would be more than happy playing either, given they are Hoyo quality titles. Before we go ahead and delve any deeper though, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of our incredible patrons over on Patreon who allow for me to continue to push out videos like this. I appreciate all of your guys' support. Also, if you have a moment, consider following me over on Twitch, where I'm going to be streaming Wuthering Waves and Honkai Star Rail both later this month. Now, there are definitely a lot of interesting comments in this thread, many of which are just saying that Hoyo are trying to dominate the entire gaming industry, and that is not far from the truth. They have an open world action game, Genshin Impact. They have a closed world instance action game, Honkai Impact 3rd. They're working on a closed instance world third-person action roguelike game, Zenless Zone Zero. They are in the process of releasing a semi-open world turn-based anime RPG, Honkai Star Rail, and they have so many other titles that are attempting to release into so many other genres. So yeah, they're trying to dominate the entire gaming industry, and they definitely have the potential to. Now, the OP here, Altruistic Look 4932, went on to state MiHoYo applied to trademark the name R Project and the logo, which again is pronounced however that's pronounced, which translates to hot blood. This is a direct literal Chinese to English translation, so the English name could be different and not sound as weird. Hot blood, I mean, like, that doesn't really sound weird. Doesn't sound as catchy as Genshin Impact or Honkai or even... But then Zenless Zone Zero also doesn't really sound that good in terms of a title. There's speculation on NGA, which is a Chinese gaming forum, that the two are related because they are applied around the same time, and the pronunciation of, well, that is, well, that, which starts with an R and could be why it's called R Project. People also think that the logo might not be a new game, but something in Zenless Zone Zero, as it kind of has a similar aesthetic. But I mean, you know, how many games can they really make that don't share similar aesthetics? There's gonna be a lot of carryover between each of their titles. Some people feel like the name Hot Blood has a very shooter feel to it. And just, wait, what? That's a term that they believe has a very, so does that mean there are words or phrases or names out there that have a very like open world adventure feel to it, or a very RPG feel, or like a very strategy feel to it? Because I don't think Arknights sounds like a, you know, a strategy game, a tactical game. I don't feel like Genshin Impact necessarily feels like an open world action game, or that, you know, Borderlands feels like a shooter game. They speculate that it could be a game made from the corpse of the axed Unreal Engine shooter game, similar to how Overwatch was born out of Project Titan. After all, we do know that they have at least one Unreal Engine project in the works based off of one job listing. The job listing in specific asking for a senior combat designer. Supposedly the game will be open world, a third-person action game powered by Unreal Engine. All right, another open world third-person action game from Hoyo. That actually sounds great. They're looking also for people that have history with AAA games on PC and console, so not mobile cross-platform compatibility. That is interesting. This game right here, I am very curious of. Now, outside of this very limited, very small amount of information, nothing really is known about our project. They applied for the trademark on February 23rd. And that's it. This game could have been in development for a year, for multiple years by now. The game might be nearing the completion of its development, and they just haven't mentioned anything. Maybe they're just starting the development process. Who knows? Either way, I would urge you to keep an eye on the project, or I guess more than that, keep an eye on me, who is going to be keeping an eye on the project for you, because a new AAA quality Hoyo developed, potentially shooter RPG sounds like a lot of fun. Now, if our project isn't your thing, and I mean it can't really be given we know absolutely nothing about it right now, then no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now that might be of more interest to you. One featuring a list of gacha games that are confirmed to be releasing this month. The other featuring a gacha game that I actually think looks pretty good and I'm curious to play later this year.